Hello everyone, and welcome to my Bold and Beautiful Today channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Next, Poppy's mental break. Will she trace Luna's unsettling steps? Spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful indicate that Poppy Nozawa alluded to continuing to pursue her dream of a life with Bill Spencer, but that he appears to have completely written her off. Bill has realized that the magic he had with Poppy was fleeting and cannot compare to his unwavering love for Katie Logan. Katie is reluctant to get back together, even though Bill wants to see her again. Bill disclosed to Will Spencer his intention to pursue Katie going forward, but in case he needed a romantic partner, he has another one. In light of Ridge Forrester's, who is already much closer to Taylor Hayes than he should be, situation, B&B may be preparing for another round of Bill and Brooke Logan. Either way, it appears that Bill and Poppy's romance is permanently ended. Since this is a soap opera, you never say never to a Poppy and Bill reunion, but it's unlikely that her wish will ever come true. In light of this, we need to ask ourselves how Poppy will actually handle losing Bill and the life she so much desired with him. Naturally, Poppy is also having a hard time dealing with Luna Nozawa's, Lisa Yamada, crazy actions and the havoc they caused. Poppy obviously puts some of the burden on herself, so this might all get to her and cause a mental breakdown. Put differently, losing Bill and witnessing Luna go to jail may drive Poppy completely insane. In that event, Poppy's reign of terror may be about to begin. If Poppy decides to follow Luna's terrifying lead, B&B might give her a similarly horrific new arc. Depending on who Bill ends up going on with, Poppy might go after Brooke, Katie, or both. It would be intriguing to watch Poppy lose control and do some bizarre things, because there might be other ways for her to go crazy as well. Having Poppy go crazy would definitely add more excitement to the show, which could need a bit more of it these days. We expect that Bill's romantic life will remain problematic for the foreseeable future, so stay tuned for updates on any unsavory developments. Will Luna return to Los Angeles? Zend and RJ linked. Spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful reveal that Luna Nozawa looked as lovely as summer when she arrived in Los Angeles, California, via plane. She eventually turned out to be a double killer who attempted to implicate her mother, in one of the biggest twists in recent B&B history. Luna and RJ Forrester's relationship endures. Neither he nor his cousin Zend Forrester have ever found closure. Thank goodness, they were reunited as a family. It's likely that viewers want to see more of Luna's plot. There should be scenes in the jailhouse visitor area, possibly with a glass-enclosed corded phone between her and the visitor. There was never a conclusion to this tale. After reaching its peak, it was shelved. Spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful. Will Luna make a comeback in Los Angeles? Zend and RJ linked. Spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful. Poppy Nozawa must be seen. Sadly, Poppy Nozawa. She winked at the young and the restless, the sister show of B&B, throughout her restless life, and she paid an unduly high price for it. The extent of Luna's hatred for her mother was shocking to her, all the characters, and the viewers. The things spoken about her terrible upbringing sounded more like bratty statements than true. Luna didn't realize how devoted Poppy was to her daughter. Luna denigrated her mother to the point where she desired to punish her by planning a life sentence in prison, instead of appreciating her resilience and fortitude. Mercifully, justice was served and revealed. Spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful. Is RJ or Zend Forrester a father? There has been enough time for a pregnancy to be digested. Unlike Luna, who was all moralizing about Poppy, she twisted romance with RJ and Zend. Luna might very well be the mother of either cousin's child. Assuming she is pregnant, the stunning thing about having Zend stay at his home on the Forrester property is that he might be the father. On the other hand, the more surprising discovery would be that RJ is the father of Luna's child. Naturally, a pregnancy plot would probably keep Yamada's character on the show through the spring of the following year. Spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful. Luna Nozawa is a compelling character. Nozawa gave her character her best effort. Few people can honestly say that they knew she was the murderer before Luna started kissing Bill Spencer. Big props to TPTB for this casting, the performer for her efforts, and the writers for creating an incredible twist to what was essentially a summer thriller. However, Luna need not remain a thing of the past. Why not use the pregnancy plot mentioned earlier to carry out her story? This would make sense and fit with previous storylines. If not, there may be more inventive ways to maintain Luna's presence in the program, even if it only involves her occasional trips to jail. She might, of course, also be connected to other personalities informally. Furthermore, it might be worthwhile to see an escape. After a tragic error, Finn loses patience. Is Sheila able to console her son? According to previews for The Bold and the Beautiful, John Finn Finnegan will keep working long hours at the hospital and use his medical knowledge to good effect. Since Finn constantly comes through for the good guys, the show treats him almost like Superman. Finn is clearly seen as a hero by Steffi Forrester because he has saved her numerous times, most notably when she was imprisoned in lunatic Luna Nozawa's cage. But since developing his life-saving procedure, Finn has also shown his patients, Steffi, Sheila Sharp, and Eric Forrester in particular, that he is a hero. Given how much B&B has emphasized Finn's heroic angle, we can envision the ideal, suspenseful story that should be told next. Finn needs to demonstrate that he is a mere mortal like everyone else and take a little step down from his pedestal. Even though Finn is typically the one to solve problems on the job and step up when necessary, what happens if he fails to follow through on a specific case? Finn could give a patient the incorrect prescription or dose, for example, or misdiagnose someone with disastrous repercussions. The fact that there were two Dr. Finnegans at the hospital where Finn works with his motherly Finnegan has been emphasized by the show. That might be relevant in some way if Finn believes he can help after inadvertently receiving some test results intended for Lee. To heighten the tension, Lee might be held accountable for Finn's error in this scenario. In any case, it would be intriguing to observe how Finn handles losing a patient for which he bears responsibility. It's possible that Finn is so broken that he turned to Sheila for solace, which might lead to further trouble in his marriage. Sheila seems to be trying to take advantage of this in an attempt to truly connect with Finn. In any event, Finn and Steffi could need a fresh plot, so we'll give you some guesses about what might be in store for them in the future. Bad news is always around the corner, according to spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful, so check back with us for updates on what might be in store for Steffi and Finn. Poppy Nozawa returns to get even with Katie Logan. What could be the next biggest plot turn on The Bold and the Beautiful? In a shocking turn of events that might rock the universe of The Bold and the Beautiful, Poppy Nozawa, a character who was long thought to be dead, returns to Los Angeles with the intention of exacting revenge on Katie Logan. The show's ongoing tale of love, treachery, and power struggles would undergo another seismic twist when she made an unexpected and very personal reappearance. There are a ton of variables that might change the storyline for months to come when Poppy returns from her previous obscurity and into the turbulent world of the Logan, Forrester, and Spencer families. Although Poppy Nozawa's character hasn't played a major role in the show in a while, her comeback might be a treasure trove of secrets and unsolved issues. Even if it hasn't been explored as much as that of other characters, her past has enough nuance and promise to support an engaging vengeance plot against Katie Logan. Poppy's reappearance is not only believable but also necessary to spice up the current plots because of her prior engagement in the glitzy world of fashion and her resentment of Katie. Although Katie Logan has long been a popular and important figure, she has also had her share of difficulties, especially with her sexual relationships and familial issues. Katie has often demonstrated perseverance, from her complicated relationship with Bill Spencer to her continuous attempts to keep her independence and dignity in the face of catastrophe. But what if she encounters a challenge this time from someone unexpected and racked with unspoken animosity rather than from her regular suspects, Brooke or Bill? Poppy Nozawa may have been motivated to exact retribution by unresolved historical events. In typical soap opera tradition, her motivations could have to do with a long-forgotten betrayal that Katie unintentionally participated in, a family dispute, or a secret. It's possible that Poppy believes Katie's ascent at Forrester Creations and her complex relationship with Bill have deprived her of a chance or a loved one. Viewers may be exposed to flashbacks and insights when Poppy starts to reappear, which will gradually heighten the suspense of her revenge story. As viewers piece together the nuanced history between these two ladies, the drama may develop gradually. A believable backdrop for Poppy's retaliation would be that she was abused by Bill Spencer and that Katie was the victim of a power struggle that forced Poppy to take a back seat. It's possible that Poppy once had her career invested in a fashion line or contract that Bill's destructive business techniques targeted. And in the world of the bold and the beautiful, where love entanglements and corporate conflict frequently collide, it wouldn't be unreasonable to assume that Bill's callous choices had cost Poppy something significant, a career, a relationship, or her reputation. Despite being just partially involved, Katie's connection with Bill may prompt Poppy to feel enraged with her. Poppy could view Katie in this situation as an enabler, someone who watched helplessly as Bill destroyed lives and controlled everyone around him. Poppy may find it simple to target Katie because of her vulnerability and her well-documented issues with love, trust, and loyalty. Poppy wants to get even with the Spencer family by hurting Katie in the most important place. Katie would have to face past decisions she didn't even aware had repercussions if Poppy returned, particularly if Poppy's grudge is based on Bill's dubious financial dealings. Another possible explanation is that Poppy has very personal reasons, such as romantic rivalry or a past love. Suppose Poppy had once had a meaningful relationship that was snatched away from her by the Logan Spencer drama's orbit. If Poppy blames Katie for ruining her happiness, there would be significant emotional ramifications, whether it be with a close friend, business associate, or ex-lover. This kind of treachery would happen slowly in a soap operatic manner, with Poppy methodically outlining her plans to gradually ruin Katie's life. At first, Poppy might come off as a kind person who has put her old problems behind her. But as time passed, her actual goals started to become clear. She may reintroduce herself to Forrester Creations, gaining Katie's trust and possibly even pretending to feel sorry for her given her turbulent past. However, Poppy's hatred would seethe beneath the surface, leading her to drive a wedge between Katie and her family and isolate her from Will, Bill, or even her sister Brooke. As Katie is tricked by Poppy, she may start to doubt her own judgment, and viewers will be waiting impatiently for Poppy to reveal her genuine intentions. How Katie's personal connections are impacted by Poppy's return for retribution is among the most intriguing parts of the story. Because of Bill's many betrayals and the vagaries of their shared past, her bond with him has always been brittle. Poppy might try to woo Bill, bring out his vicious side, or put a rift between them so that Katie has to relive her worst nightmares if her revenge scheme revolves around upending that relationship. The emotional core of the plot may revolve around the possibility that Katie would lose her family once more, this time, to an outsider with a well-thought-out scheme. Brooke Logan, Katie's sister, would unavoidably get entangled in the drama as well. Given her well-known protective tendencies toward her family, particularly with regard to Katie, it is likely that Brooke would attempt to step in and help. But Poppy might also use this as an opportunity to trick Brooke into making matters worse. Through causing strife amongst the Logan sisters, Poppy might plan scenarios in which Katie becomes even more alone and loses her network of support at the very moment that Poppy's retaliation materializes. Simultaneously, Poppy might leverage her previous relationships with other actors in Forrester Creations, potentially forming alliances with other irate individuals such as Quinn or even Sheila Carter, to carry out her scheme. She would have the tools and the information necessary to take down Katie in a methodical and deadly manner thanks to these alliances. Meanwhile, Poppy would gradually pull the strings, getting closer to exacting her ultimate retribution, while Katie remained oblivious to the tempest that was building around her. Poppy's deeds would eventually be revealed in the storyline's climax, probably during a dramatic confrontation with Katie. Katie would have to deal with the consequences of choices she didn't even realize she'd made as the truth came to light, and whether or not she could forgive herself or Poppy for the harm done. The climactic confrontation would be fueled by the conflict between forgiveness and vengeance, and Katie would have to choose whether to resist Poppy's machinations or overcome them. In conclusion, one of the most combustible storylines in recent memory might be Poppy Nozawa's return to the bold and the beautiful to exact revenge on Katie Logan. This tale has the ability to produce high-stakes emotion and intense confrontations that will keep viewers on the edge of their seats by fusing aspects of business intrigue, personal betrayal, and familial drama. Already uncertain, Katie's life would take a terrible turn as she had to deal with the fallout from decisions she never saw coming, all the while Poppy pursued her ultimate goal of eradicating the Logan heritage.